Hello everyone. Today we are going to represent a database connectivity using coding method. We have a project called database connectivity. Right click on it, add new item. In this add new item we will going to add one new form. That form name we are giving as db by coding. I press enter. This new form will load. This is the new form that we are having all this thing. For this form, we would like to take a database connectivity with a database. In this PC, E drive database example into that one college MDB is there. I double click on that one. Database will open. Into the database, I'm finding a table named row student detail. The name of the table is STUDDET. The fields are RNO, course, student name, student age, and percentage. So, in short, we would like to require the 6 fields. Sorry, it is 5 fields. So, one by one, we are taking up in an environment toolbox. Into the toolbox, going into the common tool, common control, one label, one text box. We require 5 different fields. So, select both of them, make copy, paste it. Again paste it. Then the fourth field, and the finally student percentage, the last field we are going to add. These are the 5 fields that we are picking up one by one. We're changing the name of the field. So into the text property of label, we change the name with roll number. Then we required student name. Let me check once again. In a database, student detail is a table, and into that one roll number, course, then student name, age, and percentage. So we would like to take the course for this. So I removed it. course, press enter. Then name of student, so STUDNAME, student name is there. Then the age of student, so STUD age. Finally the last one, STUD PER, student percentage. Now we require 3 buttons for add, update, delete. One button, copy, paste. The second is updated, and the finally third one we require for the deleting process. Fine friends, we almost done that things. Now we require the data grid view. Data grid view is a collection of data rows according to that fields. I put it down this data grid view in my form, in my layout, and I set a doc property of a data grid view. In a property we are having a property called doc property. I select it and using the bottom level. Into the bottom level, these are the buttons that we already know this. The name of the button, we should change it over here. So select button first, add, date, and finally delete. Fine friends, here we are going to perform the process according to the coding one. And for coding, we have to write down so many methods, so many libraries and all. So this form, in forms double click, I will get the form load event. My form name is db by coding. Before I start the coding process, as you people know very well, I have to attach the library. The library is attached by imports keyword, imports system dot data dot. We would like to add msaccess as a database. So we would like to take OLEDB. If you want to connect MS Excel or primary level databases, you will use ODBC. If you want to connect SQL, you will use SQL client. But now we have MS Access. So press OLEDB, select OLEDB and press enter. My library is attached. Now I would like to require the connection. Connection is a process where we would like to declare the object. Let me take that object properly and type it. Dim cn as new OLEDB connection. We find OLEDB connection. Into OLEDB connection, we required provider and all that things into double inverted comma. So writing provider provider equal to microsoft.jet.oledb dot 4.0 semicolon data space source. Please do not forget to put space because data source is available at which location that you people know very well in my E drive database example. So I make this path copy and I paste here. Into that one, the database name is college.mdb. Fine. Here my connection is ready. In my load event, I want to check this connection. So cn.open is a method. cn.close is a method. If cn.state is a property equal to, if connection is open, press enter, msg box, connection success, else msg box, try again. It is a very temporary thing that we are performing over here to verify our connection is set or not. So let me execute this particular things and check it out. This connection is available, or we can say that when the E drive database is available for us or not. So change the form property by coding. I execute this. The spelling was spelling of provider provider was wrong. Now again I type and make it correct and let me check the connection is success. By this thing we come to know that when our connection is success, uh, we got the things. But now the first basic thing is we would like to perform whole records, existing records to display in my data grid view. So to performing this, we have to take one subroutine. That name of subroutine is fill data. field data is a subroutine, so sub field data. In a field sub data, again connection open, connection close. After connection open and connection close, we would like to declare dim DA as new OLEDP data adapter. When we perform OLEDP data adapter, we require all the records of student detail table. Look friends, here student detail table is there, and into student detail table there are few of the students BCA, few students from MCA, BE, BCA, MCA, like that. So I would like to display this particular records into my data grid. So we have to perform the select query. Before that one, when if I will write down the select query over here, the connection reference required. So select start from STUDDET, very simple, and make it clear. Our data adapter store all the records of student detail. Now data adapter is not an enough component or enough object of ADO.NET. Data adapter has to pass this particular things to a new object called data set. So declaring dim ds as new data set. Data adapter will pass all the record by fill method. So into fill method, reference ds comma, the table name is studdet. Very simple, my friends. By this particular statement we can say that one data adapter fill all the records that data adapter pickup. Select star from studdet to the data set, and data set will join to the data grid view. So it is very clear to say that data grid view is my component. Data grid view 1 dot data source equal to ds dot tables into the bracket 0 is the index of the table. And now before execute this thing, let me clear connection is a general object that we are declaring at the top of my code that I am highlighting over here. This is the connection which is going to declare or decide which type of database you are using. Not only this, provider is decided the type of database, then after we have a data source. By data source we are very much clear the location of the database, because we we give data source equal to e database example college.mdb. Then into the load event we checked it out, our connection is okay or not. Between that, when we write down the subroutine field data, I will transfer my code to the field data subroutine, connection again open, and it perform new object that is called data adapter. As a name of adapter, it adapt all the rows of student detail table, and connection is a reference as a required. Dataset is another object that would like to display the dataset, and dataset need all the records. So data adapter has a very useful method called fill. By fill method, data adapter passes all the record to dataset. As a reference we are giving again the name of the student detail table, and data grid view 1 use dataset by the property of data source. Let me check it out again. First, a message will come that is connection success. It comes by connection.state property, and when we press OK, the connection was not closed. It is a very minor error that we can say that one over here. cn dot close, it is already open, so we use this. Again I run, connection successfully, the messages come, and when I press OK, you can easily show that one. We are having one record, one form. We are having all the record that already we are having into the database. The all original record comes to that particular things. Now it is a time for my friends to insert the record. If we want to insert the record add, we just double click on it, and when we double click on it, let me perform how to add the record. It is very simple with the audio.net objects only. cn.open is the basic thing that everyone has to use. Connection open, then connection close, same important object. We are performing insert, update, delete. When we perform insert query, insert process, update process and delete process, we use one more useful object that is called command cmd. dim cmd as new OLEDB command, my friends. OLEDB command is same like data adapter, but here we can perform insert, update and delete. So press cn, because cn reference is always required. We use to perform a process with only table. Table is available into the database, and database is holding by cn. So whenever you are performing command object, you required the connection. Process is insert into, table name is stud det. The fields will come here, values will come here. Fine, it is very easy to understand that when all fields we are performing here, that RNO, then COURSE course, then student name, then we would like to check all that fields once again, because it is a very basic need. If your field name is wrong, the error will come. So we will go to the design, RNO, course, student name, age and S percentage. Let me keep continue with our code. Age, comma, SPER. Fine. Here, please keep it in your mind. All numerical fields require double inverted comma, address operator and the tool name. So double inverted start and over. I use address over start and address over. In between, which tool will represent this thing? We are giving this text box one dot text. Same like here. We will continue for this, but take care for the all text based field. Whatever field data type is text based, we would like to make a slight change of over here. Single inverted start, single inverted over, double inverted start, double inverted over, address operator start, address operator over, and then after the tool name will be available. So guys, it is very clear that one, if my roll number is having a numerical value, I'm not putting any single inverted comma here, but the course is my next field. In this field we require the text data type, so text data type always requires single inverted comma. I make a copy of it. This particular things is copying by me, Control C, and I'm pasting over here. But it is very required that I have to put single inverted comma. The text box is changed now onwards. It is text box 2, and again single inverted over comma. I am again pasting Control V. This is text box 3 is for student name. Student name is again in the text, so single inverted start. Text box 3 and single inverted over. The next one is again Control V, but there is no worry about it, because in text box 4 I require the student age, and student age is generally numerical fields. Finally, comma, and the last field is coming to us, that is text box 5. Text box 5 is representing the numerical value of decimal point, that is called student percentage. Fine. Here the database is connected because cn.open is there. Our command is already written into the insert into command. I am performing this command by cmd execute. Execute methods, there are three types of execute method with cmd. We can use it: execute non query, execute reader and execute scalar. Presently we are not performing query, so we are using execute none query. In short, I would like to say to all of you like that we have to use execute none query whenever you will use insert, update and delete command, my friends. Then after we are using MSG box. In a MSG box we are performing record inserted. Whenever we would like to use record inserted, connection close will perform, and we are calling the same thing fill data method. So friend, let me check it out by only command object how we would like to add one new record. We are executing the form. First it will come to my message connection successful. Okay, the student detail table is already open, so we would like to close it. First we are executing connection success. Form will on our screen. We are starting the enrolling one new student over here, the student roll number 10, which is not given in my record. So 10 student, into the 10 students I'm entering the course name of the student, that is MC again. The student name is Yugveer. I press tab. Student ages, I say 23, and student percentage I'm entering 87.99, and when I press add, record inserted, and after this record inserted, look, the new record is inserted within this. That particular new record is on my screen. So you can keep continue within so many records you can performing like this. Same thing, if you want to use update and delete, you will use the same method using command object. You will change only insert query, update and delete. Thank you very much to all of you to using coding method